Just days after 20-year-old Raul Valle was acquitted in the murder of Jimmy McGrath and the intentional assault of 3 other people, there's now new movement in the case. NBC Connecticut's Julia LeBlanc explains from Milford Superior Court.
Last week, Raul Valle walked out of this courthouse as a free man, and now we're learning prosecutors may not be done with him just yet.
Not guilty.
Less than a week after a jury reached a partial verdict for Raul Valle, prosecutors are signaling they're interested in moving forward with the charges jurors were hung up on. Though they acquitted him of murder, intentional manslaughter, and intentional assault, they were asked to consider the lesser included charges, which carried a reckless component. The jury's foreperson says they were leaning 11-1 guilty on those lesser charges, but couldn't come to an agreement. Now, prosecutors are signaling with this document that they may formally pursue those amended charges.
These are charges that were included within the original charge on which there was an acquittal. And so now we are initiating a formal proceeding on those lesser included charges that had been implicit but not explicit in the first charging document.
The document carrying charges for the reckless manslaughter of 17-year-old Jimmy McGrath and the reckless assault of 3 others that night in May of 2022.
The reckless conduct is, I think, where we get into, we heard a testimony during the trial that he wasn't necessarily stabbing at people, that he was sort of flailing a knife around in the air. That's what I could imagine as being reckless conduct. If there's 40 people around you and you're flailing a knife in the air, there's a possibility, a good possibility that somebody's probably going to get stabbed with that knife.
Now from here, the attorneys we spoke with say it'll be up to state prosecutors on how they want to move forward. If they want to formally charge Valle with those other counts, they'd have to file a completely new document and basically start from the beginning. We're in Milford. Julia LeBlanc, NBC Connecticut News.